guess we're back with another John Deere tractor video. So in this one here, we're going to be making a vented axle stick, or a vented dipstick for the front axle. I don't know, John Deere, and people say you don't need a vent in that front axle, but you absolutely do. The new axle seal's leaking already. Started leaking not long after I replaced it, a few months. As soon as it gets hot, the oil expands, tons of pressure in there. I don't know if you've ever opened your dipstick cap when it's friggin' hot out, but it sounds like a can of pop when you open that quickly. So there's definitely way too much pressure building up in there, and I think it needs a vent. So seen a bunch of options online. I'm not gonna pay that kind of crazy money, so I went out and got about $15, $20 worth of parts, and we're gonna make our own. So let's get to it. So the parts we're gonna use today are they're all pretty cheap. This is a new dipstick, aluminum, with a magnet on the end that I got off Amazon for 15 bucks, I believe. There's part number. But basically it's M20 by 2.5 pitched threads. They're pretty generic. You can get them pretty much anywhere. So dipstick's easy to find. You can go plastic or aluminum. I got this one because it's got a flat top, which we'll be drilling out and tapping, which we'll see later. This here is basically a water line quick connect that you'd use to hook up a water line to your fridge or various other things. So this one is actually 1/4 inch by 1/8. And then being that I'm in Canada, can't seem to find any black hose anywhere. Not sure if all you Americans know, but Canada, for some reason, we can't seem to find basic products up here that you guys have the luxury of simply going to the store and picking up. So I ended up going to a pet store and I picked up some 25-foot air tubing, which 1/4 inch outer diameter, which is perfect for this project. And it's actually a very nice hose. I wouldn't trust it for any chemical or anything, but it's good and sturdy and strong, and it's gonna work good for this application. Okay, so the basic concept is what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill a hole in this here to vent it. So we're gonna actually take this tiny little drill bit and we're gonna drill down through the center here. We're gonna go right down to probably about there, and then we're gonna intercept that hole through the side, which is gonna allow it to vent out. Then we're gonna drill a slightly bigger hole, tap it into here, and then our hose is gonna connect into there and run up underneath the engine bonnet. So basically that's gonna create a two-way venting dipstick. So as luck would have it, this still has tooling marks in it. So I don't even have to mark the center. I don't know if you can see it on camera here, but you can still see the tooling marks, so I can actually use my center punch and get that mark dead center. All right, so we got it in the drill press, ready to go. A little harder to get that nice and flat, but close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, you can see we got it drilled. So there's the hole in the center for the vent. There's the larger hole, and now we got to go ahead and run a tap through it. So we got the tap here. I'm going to drop it down in. All right, let's get her tapped out. All right, so we got it drilled, tapped, nice threads in there now. Tape on there, but there's the hole in there. So next thing we got to do is drill a hole through the side to intercept that breather hole. All right, we got her mounted in here. Get this little block to hold it so it doesn't dip down when I try to drill it. Just gonna drill it. There we go. All right, we've got our hole there. Comes through the top. Lots of flow through there, so we're just about ready to go. Okay, so here we go. So this is the basic concept. This screws in here. probably stick an O-ring on that. That will bottom out, but that's it now. This is a quick connect. That's your whole dipstick right there. I'll show you how the hose connects in a minute, but let's go find a O-ring for that. Put some O-rings up here. This is Princess Auto, the old Harbor Freight of Canada. Let's see what we got here. Probably this guy. All right, so we got the O-ring on there now. O-ring here, screw it together. Nice tight fit. So before we get started, I'll show you how this works. This literally just pushes in, and because it's that compression nut, or whatever you want to call those, compression bits, you can't pull that back out. But if you want to get it out, you push down on this little pin, and then you can pull it out. So that's essentially how it's going to work. We're going to take a big piece of hose, fish it up through the tractor. Get this guy out of here. Perfect. So there's our new vented dipstick. We're going to put a longer piece of hose on and run it up through the side here, underneath the hood. So I noticed as we started doing this hose, my air filter was loose. So come to start looking, this little bracket fell down in here, the bolt fell off. So I think I'm missing a lock nut. I'm sure I should have some of those in stock, but hopefully it's not down in the fan somewhere. Okay, we got that fixed. So basically that little fiber locking nut fell off. Luckily I had another one in stock, but it's nice and tight now. So now we can finish routing this. Just got to put another zip tie down here, pointing her down, and we're good to go. All right, so here's how we have it routed. It's coming here, going up the side, up a little further, around, and then it goes through this little bracket here, and it's just pointing down. So unless water or rain can run uphill, there's no way anything ever is going to get in there, even if you're spraying it. And that's it. And here it is, all complete. That tiny little thing there. So that's actually plastic, which is good. If anything hits it, that'll just break off, or the hose will rip. Won't do any damage to your axle or anything. Good to go.